Facebook ad secrets. This is part 3 because we've been doing a lot of Facebook stuff. I don't know how many parts we're going to do, but this one is pretty cool because we're going to talk about how you can actually find who your competition is and spy on them. See exactly what they're doing. Know what ads they're running. Know what retargeting they do. Know what emails they send out. Every single thing they do, I'm going to show you how to find it, okay? And it's simple, and it's not going to cost you a lot of time, not going to cost you a lot of money. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to give you all the steps, and the first step is you got to be logged into Facebook. Now, here's the interesting thing. People who use Facebook stay logged in 96% of the time. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important because when you stay logged in, all these pixels are following you everywhere, okay? So whatever actions you're doing, people can retarget you. You can see ads based on, your interest and what's going on. So pretty cool stuff here, but you've got to be logged in to also do these things I'm going to show you, okay? So what we want to do is we want to copy success. Too often, new people say, well, I'm going to try this, and I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. You don't need to. It's just not necessary, okay? You don't need to try anything because it's already been proven. It's already set out there. All we got to do is really just copy it, okay? So let me move this screen down just a little bit here, which is going to mess you up for just 1 second. Okay, so you want to find successful companies that are your competitors. Okay, that's the first step in doing this. So if you're taking notes, what you want to do is you want to go out there and find successful competitors. Now, if there's nobody that's successful in your niche, you may want to think about switching niches, okay? Because, if it's a good niche, there's going to be some successful companies out there. Now, what you want to do is you want to check their pixels, and I'm going to show you how to do this, okay? We want to visit their site. That's the very first thing we want to do, and see what they're doing, okay? Because they're going to have their site set up with their pixels on it, and you can actually look at them. You also want to opt into their offers, okay? And you want to view their content. You want to look at their products, okay? You want to go to an add to cart, okay? And I'm going to tell you in what steps to do this in just a second too, but these are the steps we're going to take. And you also want to buy their product. Now, some people say, well, I don't want to spend any money. My goodness, I don't want. No, you would rather run ads and lose hundreds or thousands of dollars because you're doing it wrong? No, spend 20 bucks or 50 bucks or whatever with your competitor, and you're going to be able to figure out exactly what they're doing, okay? Especially if they're successful. And we're going to show you how to do that in just a second, all right? So what I'd like to do is I'd like to walk through exactly how we're going to do this. I picked a few of them here. Okay, so I'm here at Home Depot. Now, what people don't know is Home Depot is one of the top online retailers in the world. Matter of fact, they're number 4, just under Apple and Amazon and Walmart. So let's check them out first off and see what we can see. Now, I've got the pixel helper right here, as you can see it, and I'm going to click on it and see what pixels they have attributed to this page. Okay, so they've got a view category pixel right here. I can see that one, and I can see all the information on it if I click with this little arrow here. And let's see, what else do they have down here? I've got another pixel right here, which is a page view. All right, and we're going to talk about each of these in just a second, but let's just see here. Okay, so it's got these 2 pixels here. Got another page pulled up. Let's take a look at it. This is Madison Reed. Madison Reed is really exploded on the market, and what they are is they sell a hair color for women. And if you notice, they've got something right up front here, which you should have on your site, and this here is a free shipping box, and basically it says, hey, share your email for free shipping on your first purchase. Now, I'm pretty sure they do free shipping on all purchases, but who's to say you don't want to grab an email in the beginning by telling them that they get it just on the first purchase. So that's what they're doing here. So we'll close out of this, and we'll check to see what pixels they got going on, because they're really good marketers. They're really sharp. Okay, they've got a page view right here, and then they've got a Lattice audiences. I'm not quite sure what that is. Let's take a look here. So it's another pixel form here. And then we've got another site I want to look at, and that's Dollar Shave Club. Okay, so here's Dollar Shave Club here. And Dollar Shave Club, if you notice, they've got a video right here, and they're really good about social marketing, and they're funny. They do silly things, and the guy started it and sold it for $1 billion. So that's pretty cool, also. So you may want to take a cue from them, right? Obviously, they've got some pixels up here. They got 2 pixels. It's a page view one, and they've got another one which is Adobe Audience Manager segmented. So they've got these pixels. So the way these things work is, as soon as I landed on this page here, I actually got pixeled, okay, with their page view, all right? Now, if I go in here a little further, let's say I'm going to go on products, and this is normally a content view. So I'm going to check out the pixels and I'll look at the products and all that. We'll see what kind of pixels we got going on here. So this is their products page, and on their products page, they got a page view, and we're still in this audience segmented thing. But if I click on an actual product, let me find a product here. I'm going to check this one here. Now, if you want to spy on your audiences, what you want to do is go to their main page, right, like I just did, and then click on a product, and I'm getting pixeled here with a page view, all right? So that's what I'm pixeled with. And we're going to do the same thing on some of these other ones. Look at Madison Reed here, find your perfect shades. We're going to do that. I'm going to say just exploring, okay, because I want to find out what they do to remarket to people. I want my hair lighter than what it is. How comfortable are you coloring your hair? I'm going to say I'm comfortable. And I don't know, let's pick one of these pictures here. It doesn't matter. Are grays hard to cover? I'm going to say no, which they probably would be if I ever did that, but not going to worry about it right now. Your hair color currently treated. I'm going to say no. What is your natural hair color? I'm going to pick this brown right here. Pick this one here. They're really walking me through a lot of stuff here, guys. And I want to see the perfect match. So then they're going to show me the perfect match. I just want to check this pixel to see what it's doing here. So now if you look, it's got view content, view page, button click automatically detected, micro down. I mean, they've got a lot of stuff going on here. I mean, they're really checking me out to see what I'm doing. And this is going to be reflected when I go back to Facebook, because I'm going to see their ads, okay? So the idea here is to go into their website at a very, small level. Like the first time I do this, I may just go to their website. That's it, nothing else. And then, after a couple of days, I may look to see if they run any ads to me, okay? And I'm going to see what kind of ads they run. And I'm certainly going to opt in, because I also want to see what type of emails they're sending out. So I want to, put my email in that free shipping thing. And there's one more here. Okay, so let's look over at Home Depot. And at Home Depot, I'm going to put barbecue grill. And I'm going to search that and go to one of the products. I want to check out what pixels they got going on there. So right here, I'm going to look. And then check the pixels here. And what do they got going on? Okay, they got a page view. They got a view content. And so they're pixeling me on both of these. Now, if I were to look at these products and go back to Facebook and see what ads are running to me, I'm going to capture each one of those ads, okay? And after I capture each one of those ads, and I've got kind of a cool tool I want to show you here. I'm going to click on it. This is a free tool. This is called Full Page Screen Capture, and you can actually get this tool for free. So you just search Full Page Screen Capture, and what it's going to do is it's going to capture that screen, and it's going to get me a picture of that. See what it did here? It captured all of these. And I can kind of zoom in here. You can see what we got. But it captured all these screens for me. And I can put that into a folder. And if I put that into a folder, I'll know, exactly what they were doing on that page. It's a good way to organize myself, so you can check that out. But anyhow, back to the product here. So in the beginning, what I'm going to do is go to the page. When I go to the page, I'm going to go back to Facebook, wait 2 or 3 days, see what ads pop up, see what emails they send me when I opt in. Then I'm going to go back to this page again, and I'm going to view a product like what I did just now here. Then I'm going to go back to Facebook, wait 2 or 3 days, see what ads pop up. Now, the ads could pop up within minutes, okay, depending on how they have it set. Do they have it to immediately pop up these ads, or, is there a timer involved, whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add this to cart after a couple days, okay? And I'm not going to check out. Okay, but I've now added it to cart, and let's go to checkout now. Okay, so they've got me here, and I want to look at this pixel here. No pixels are found. So what I'm going to find is that if I added it to cart, I would probably, let me view cart right here. Okay, I'm at view cart, one item in the cart. Look at this. So now what I've got is these 2 pixels are still following me around here. If you want to find out even more about a product, here's what I suggest you do: is buy the product. I mean, like if you were trying to figure out Madison Reed here, why wouldn't you spend $19.95 to see what they do to market to you, to see what they do to try to upsell you, to see what emails they send out? I mean, surely you would pay somebody $20 if they said to you, hey, I'm going to give you the funnel for one of the top websites on the internet. Will you give me $20? I'll give you all the emails, I'll give you all the ads and everything they have. You'd say, well, yeah, I'll give you 20 bucks. So why wouldn't you go ahead and buy this product here, if this was your competitor, to see exactly what they're doing? I mean, it's that simple. Same thing with Dollar Shave Club. I mean, it's $7, $7 to figure out what their funnel is. It's right in front of you. So let's take a look at this one here. I'm gonna go to checkout. And if you notice, they automatically try to bump me up, okay? And I'm gonna say no thanks on this. And then they're going to ask me for some information. Now let's go up to the pixels and see what's going on here. Page view once again. Now, if I entered all this information here, it would probably give me checkout page, and it would probably, add to cart pixel or something along those lines. So I would do that, and then I would look and see what ads they serve up to me in Facebook. And we know they're doing Facebook, right? Why? Because there's a Facebook pixel on here. The only reason they would have a Facebook pixel is they plan on retargeting you. So you've got all these competitors out there that are, really, really successful. They sell a lot of products. They follow you up with these pixels, and they run ads, and you can crack the code. You don't have to try to figure this stuff out. When you put in your name and email here, right, and you get on their list, you're going to get all their emails. So it's insane how people try to sit there and try to figure out all this stuff when in fact it's right in front of you. All you got to do is go to your competitors, go to their pages, look at their pixels, right? Look at the ads that they're serving up, and do a similar thing. I mean, it's really, really that simple. You don't have to be a genius at this, but you've got to put in the time to do it. The time is so very important that you actually do these things. A lot of ideas will pop into our heads, and things that, oh man, I could do that, or that looks really cool, man, I'm gonna do that, but you don't do it. So you got to really do this stuff. It's so important to do it. You will have the knowledge, you'll have cracked the code, and you'll know exactly what to do. All right. Okay, guys, so that's a little overview of how those pixels are working. You're welcome to put some comments in there if you have any questions or anything. I'm gonna try to get to it, but I want to show you how to accomplish stuff. I want to show you today how to get stuff done. This is the biggest obstacle to people making money online, is they don't get stuff done. And it's really not your fault. And I was talking to one of my clients yesterday about this. This affects everybody. This affects me. This affects just everybody who does anything, basically. The way we're designed as a human being is that we have this thing called a brain, and we can tend to use it how we want to use it. But the problem is the brain is going to kind of fight with you when you try to get success, when you try to do things, when you try to accomplish things. Your brain is going to give you a hard time. Now, here's why. Your brain is your own enemy. It is your need to fight your brain on a daily basis, because your brain is going to tell you to do things that are going to be counterproductive to you being successful. We were designed to protect ourselves with this brain we've gotten. Why? Because we started out there and living in caves, and everything could hurt us, and so the brain says, hey, I want to protect this body I've got here. I'm sitting in this body, and I need to protect it. And the only way I can protect the body is that I need to put thoughts out there that are going to make this body do the things I want it to do. Okay. But you're going to need to convince your brain that it's okay, because your brain's going to say, hey, that could be dangerous, or you could lose money. You need to run back in your cave where you're going to be safe, where all these bad things aren't going to happen to you. So when you decide that you're going to start running ads on Facebook and spending money, the first thing your brain's going to say is, spend money? Why would you do that? What if the ads don't work out? What if you don't make any money? What if nobody buys your stuff? What if you spend a lot of time and it's all wasted? No, you shouldn't do that. That's what your brain's going to do to you. Now, I want to share with you an group of ads actually that is now providing me with 2,460% return on my dollar. which is pretty darn good, right? But I don't want to do it in this particular session because it's too long. So I'm going to do that in a future session, and I'm going to walk you through all those. But what I want you to do is understand how this brain thing works right now, because if you get this, this is how, the lady I was telling you about went from 300,000 to $18 million. She fixed this one thing with her brain. Okay. And you need to do that to be successful. You just got to do it. Okay. So I want to walk you through the 4 steps of how life basically works, because it works the same for all of us. Okay. So the first thing in life is you have circumstances. Okay. You've got circumstances. Now, what are circumstances? Circumstances can be, the kind of family you came from, what you look like. It could be the size of your body. It could be, what education level you've had. And these are just circumstances. They don't, really affect your success. Now, some people say, well, I'm too short, or I'm too old, or I'm too thin, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not this. It really doesn't matter. The problem with circumstances is the next step, and that's your feelings. Okay. So how you feel about your circumstances, there are people who say, well, I've never had a great education, so I can't accomplish much. I just can't do it because I haven't had a great education. That is just your feelings about your circumstances. That's not necessarily true, because the majority of the billionaires in the world never went to college. Bill Gates didn't go to college, and Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of school. And I mean, I could go on and on and on. Richard Branson didn't go to college. All these guys are, all of them are billionaires, and they didn't go to college. So their feelings about their circumstances were different. They chose to have the proper feelings. So what you've got to do is, no matter what your circumstances are, you need to look at people who have accomplished things, right? Who have different circumstances than you, or the same, and realize, hey, anybody can do this. There's the saying, if one can do it, many can do it. And if many can do it, I can too. And that's how you have to think about it. That's how I got into, internet marketing and selling products online. I just looked around and said, there's a lot of people making money, and they ain't that smart, right? They can't be that much smarter than me. They're not that much taller or shorter or thinner or fatter or anything, right? They just learned some stuff and they sold some stuff online. And I feel like I can do that. And that was the feeling I started with. Now, the feeling I started with, that I could sell stuff online, was entirely wrong in the beginning, because I started selling cell phone cases and I lost my butt. I just didn't make any money at it. But selling the cell phone cases led me to other products, which led me to Survival Food, which led to a multi-million-dollar company of selling products online, which led to people saying, how'd you do that? Which led me to doing courses, which led me to this coaching call today. So you want to have the right feelings. And the first feeling you want to get is, if one person can do it, many people can do it. If many people can do it, so can I. Okay. That's the first feeling you want to have, and understand you're going to have some obstacles. Because what happens is you have these circumstances, right? And then you have these feelings, and then those feelings control your actions. So if you, get up in the morning and you say, gee, I don't feel great today, I'm kind of blah and I'm not really into it. I think maybe I'll just wait till tomorrow before I work on those ads. I think I'll wait till tomorrow before I, try to find products for my store and I'm just not into it today. That is your brain protecting yourself, saying, don't go do it because you could fail. Your brain is trying to throw you back in the cave and say, get in the cave, get in the cave. There's all these crazy animals out there. They're going to kill you. You don't want to do anything. You have to control what you know to be factual. And what's factual is people are making money online, and that's what you want to do. So what you've got to do is start telling yourself, I can do that. And then if you tell yourself that, you're going to feel like having the action of saying, yeah, I don't feel great today. I'm a little tired, but I've got actions to do. And those actions are to find some products. Those actions are to figure out this Facebook ad thing. Those actions are to check out my competitor's pixel and crack their code, right? Figure out what their funnel is. Because the next step is going to be results. Okay. Your circumstances are what you start with. Your feelings are how you think about them. Your actions are what you're going to do based on your feelings. And you can change your feelings, by the way. You don't have to, put up with what your brain's telling you that you can't do stuff. Okay. And then based on those actions, you can get real results. Now, here's something else I want you to do. Sometimes we think we're working really hard. We spend 3 or 4 hours doing something, whatever it is. I don't know, surfing the internet, looking at our competitors and all this. But here's what I'd like for you to do. Every hour that you're working, stop at the end of the hour and say, what are my results? What have I produced in this hour? If you haven't produced anything and you keep working for hours, you need to ask yourself, are these actions I'm doing really the right actions? Because I'm not getting the production. I don't have an ad yet. Okay. I don't have a new product yet. I don't have my pixels on my page yet. I haven't done these things. I haven't written an email yet. Okay. And I know, a lot of people out there right now are going to say, well, oh my God, I hate writing anything. I just can't stand writing. You don't understand, JR. I don't like writing. And I tell those people, I don't like it either. I don't like it either. But, it's something you've got to do. It's something you got to get good at. You've got to be able to, put out an ad that's going to get people to click. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is look at other people's and start writing your own. Start writing your own emails. I don't like it either. One big director once said, the way he wrote a really great movie was that he would pace around for 8 days and complain about it, and then sit down in 2 hours and write the movie. So really what you got to do is you got to get into this action thing. You got to change your feelings, get into the action part of it, and then you're going to get results. And how do you check results? Every hour, at the end of the hour, say, what have I produced? If you aren't producing something, if you don't have something to show for that hour's worth of work, and now sometimes it'll take 2 hours, I understand that, but you should have something produced. It should be an email. It should be some new products. It should be a new landing page. It should be, copy written for your ad. It should be something. You should have something produced. Because what happens with a lot of people is the circumstance is, well, they know they got to do something, but, they don't feel like they're into it today. So their actions are to binge on Netflix, right? And just watch TV for the day, okay? You can't do that. You got to fight that, because what you really want, what results you really want, is success. And the only way you're going to get success is to understand that your circumstances are just that. They don't matter. They're irrelevant, okay? It's a lot of people say, well, I don't have the money right now. I don't. Well, if you changed your feelings, you would change your actions, and that would get you the results of more money. Okay. Because we all start with no money. I started with $100 and that was on a credit card. So I technically didn't start with anything, right? I had the credit to get $100 and that's what I started with. And that turned into millions of dollars. It didn't turn into millions of dollars overnight. It wasn't easy. I didn't always feel like doing it. But, and as a matter of fact, most of the things I didn't work. To this day, they don't. When I run an ad campaign, I started one the other day and I had 20 ads. And out of that 20 ads, I got 4 that worked. Okay. But those 4 are making me a lot of money now. Okay. So you've got to understand these 4 steps. You got to apply them on a daily basis. Circumstances, your feelings about your circumstances, your feelings cause your actions, and your actions will cause your results. Those are the things we need to go through. Okay, guys, I really appreciate you being here. We had a sold out group today, sold out as far as free, right? Because I didn't charge you, but everybody was in here and it filled it up, and I really appreciate it. You guys have a great day and a great weekend, and please share your successes, problems, and issues in the group, and I'd love to see you there. Talk to you later.